If you're a fan of ZZTop, you're going to get a kick out of this. This is the Magnezium from Tubesteader. This is hand-built in Canada. It gives us a pair of real 12 AX7s at the top and 2 individual channels. We get a clean channel at the bottom and a drive channel at the top. Now in the context of this jam track, you'll just be listening to the top channel, and then we'll get over to the clean in just a moment. But this sounds unreal, and if you're a big fan of that Magnatone style amplifier cranked, you're going to get a kick out of this. A huge thanks to Ollie from Tubesteader for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. Here we go. Here's the Magnezium pedal up close. Now this is based on the 2-channel preamp inspired by the Magnatone Super 59 amplifier. So we get a clean channel over here with a 3-band EQ, has a dedicated volume and gain control, and then we get our drive channel up here, which is the star of the show in my opinion. I like them both, but this drive channel absolutely cooks. Now to turn the pedal on and off, we have our bypass switch over here, and to change between channels, we have our channel selection switch. So when the channel light is blue, we're on the clean channel. When it's red, we're on the drive channel. Now, if you want to do external switching, you can do so thanks to the 3.5mm jack on the side of the pedal. We also get an output option switch as well. So up is designed to give you a little bit more volume, depending on your use case, whether you're going directly into an amplifier or directly into a computer. You can switch between them both and work out the best sound for the job. Included in the box, we get a 12-volt DC 500 milliamp power supply with all of the global attachments. So whether you live in the UK, US, Australia, whatever, it comes with the right connection for the job. We get a set of real 12 AX7 tubes right on the front of the amp, and they're kind of housed within this protective rail system here, which actually works. It stops your foot from knocking into them. Now these operate at a full 250 volts DC, thanks to some internal upscaling. I don't fully understand it, but no doubt you can find out more about it on Ollie's website. This pedal's built extremely well, and while it is a lot larger than, say, something like a blues driver, it only comes in at 800 grams or 1.6 pounds or so. And I think that's pretty reasonable considering the build quality and size of this unit. I think Ollie makes arguably the best pedals coming out of Canada, and if you want to check this out, I'll link it down in the description box below. Here we go. All right, let's get into it. I'm playing my Tokai Love Rock electric guitar, and I'm going into the front end of my Fender Blues Deluxe reissue amplifier on the clean channel. Now you can run this into the effects loop if you want to run it that way, but in this amp it sounds better going into the front end. This is my clean tone. Nice clean Fender tone. We're going to focus on the clean channel, which is the blue LED light on and the lower row of controls. So everything's basically at 12 o'clock except for the volume. First thing I noticed about this channel is just how much more dynamics you get. So if I pick soft, it stays nice and clean, or when I dig in, it gives me a lot back. But if you want a cleaner clean channel, simply roll the gain control down a little bit. So this is still neck pickup. All right, let's crank up the gain a little bit more here. Put it up to about 3 o'clock. I'm just going to back the bass off a little bit, add a little bit more treble, take out a little bit of mids, so over to bridge. So now we're getting into that sort of traditional, sort of bluesy, southern rock kind of lead tone. It's got that old school over the edge of breakup sound, which I really dig. And now with the gain control all the way up, but I'm going to start with the volume control down. So you get a whole lot out of this just by adjusting the EQ slightly, you get something very usable. Over to the drive channel on the pedal now, which is my personal favorite. If you like those tones you heard in the intro track, you'll get a kick out of this. So this is with the gain set to about 2 o'clock, but I'm gonna start with my volume control down just to show you how I got that tone in the intro. Now when I turn up, I mean, that to me sounds pretty great. Let us know what you think. I'm just going to back off the gain control a little bit, add a little bit more volume. You can get those sort of old school neck bluesy pickup tones. All right. Let's back it off a little bit more. We're also going to have a fiddle around with the EQ. I'll just turn the mids up, turn the treble up a little bit, back the bass off. We'll go for an old school blues tone now. So if you're the kind of player who likes a low gain sound both on your lead and rhythm sound, you can get it out of this, and that's pretty cool. So you don't just have to play with a lot of gain, but it definitely sounds best to my ear with it cranked. So let's crank this up a little bit more. I'll go over to some rhythm stuff here. So that's bridge pickup over to neck. So you can definitely get a lot out of it. Now, let's crank up the drive all the way. And now with the gain control cranked, as you can see, I've also adjusted the EQ controls. I've found when I max the gain out on this pedal, at least with my amp back here, I have to turn the bass down quite a lot. So let's have a listen to this on bridge pickup. Yeah, and now with the volume control down. And a little bit more. So that's dead clean. So if you like dynamic pedals, this works great even on that high gain setting that I've got dialed in. Yeah. If you're a live player, I just wanted to quickly show you how you can make this work irrespective of the guitar that you're playing. So I've kind of dialed this in just off camera to work with this Telecaster. It's loaded with the Danny Gatton pickups. This is bridge pickup. If I turn it off. So even that clean channel sounds way better. All right, let's hook it up to the computer. And lastly, I'm now running the Magnezium directly into my audio interface, so no amplifier in the equation. And then I'm loading up a single 1x12 brown panel cabinet and a dynamic 57 microphone. And this is how that sounds. So this is the big benefit of this. It can be used as an amp in this type of scenario. And that's how that sounds. If you want to play clean, you can do so. Now there's a two-way toggle switch on the side of the pedal. It's now in the up position. Otherwise, it just doesn't quite sound as nice as what you're hearing. So flick it up if you plan on recording this way. Let's wrap this video up. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on the Magnezium from Tubesteader, and a massive thank you to Ollie for sending this out to the channel. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. This will give you awesome results on the drive channel. Whether you're running it into the front end of a clean tone or directly into the computer, you're going to get excellent tones. Just know the clean channel, the most accurate representation you heard of it was maybe into the impulse response on the computer, because it's not being colored by an amplifier. So what I mean by that is if you own a Marshall or a Boogie and you don't have the exact same amp with the exact same setup, the clean channel will give you different results at different gain stages, and also dependent on how much clean headroom your amplifier has. So for the most sort of clean sound, you have to turn your amplifier's clean channel down so there's no breakup, and then it will get heavily influenced by the pedal running into the front end. This can also be used in the effects loop, and it also sounded great going into my audio interface, which surprised me just how great it was. It was maybe the surprise of the day for me. So if you're a home studio guy, this will definitely do the job working with impulse responses. If you do buy this pedal, experiment with the toggle switch on the side. If you have it up, you get a little bit more output volume. If you have it down, it's probably better suited to going directly into an effects loop, for example. So yeah, super cool pedal. And if you want to check this out, I'll link it down below. Again, a massive thank you to Ollie from Tubesteader for sending this out. Catch you soon.